Yes, another trailer episode when a cinema snob like myself can sit back and say, yes, I don't need to see any more of that film. 2 minutes is quite enough. And what the hell am I doing in a theater that's showing these trailers to begin with? Volume 2 in the 42nd Street Forever compilation nicknames itself The Deuce. Obviously, because the movies look like shit! That and because they were typically seen by those wandering into a 42nd Street grindhouse theater because their favorite prostitute stood them up for a very well-dressed needle. That joke was so sleazy, I think it just OD'd in the corner. But this disc doesn't just stick to flicks from the 70s and 80s, no, it goes all the way back to the 50s! It's a very age-inclusive disc. Basically, if your movie's got tits in it, it doesn't matter how far down they're sagging. Like in the trailer for The Woman Eater that appears to be taking place during the ceremony when Joe D'Amato created Laura Gemser. I don't know what the title The Woman Eater is implying, but its definition is going to make all the difference in the world which party is satisfied. While it looks like it may contain cannibalism, I doubt that it'll also contain a scene of them butchering a turtle.
This our people make live the dead. Master, this is good.
We have successfully added cherry and vanilla to Dr. Pepper. Shh, don't tell anyone. All we did was just melt the cherry Tootsie Pop. The movie stars George Coulouris, who was only put in there so I would make a clitoris joke, but I'm not biting. Dr. Phil also makes an early appearance.
She'll become part of the plant. I promise I'll get the serum to bring the dead back to life.
Why are you so scared? Apparently this monster only eats women.
I believe you're doing something wicked. That iron door that I mustn't go through.
Lily Tomlin is giving quite a convincing accent there. And if they don't show the monster, I'm going to assume the Woman Eater is just this guy giving mustache rides.
Have you locked me in here? I'm frightened.
Because we gotta give the people what the title promises, damn it! Now do you taste better with butter or margarine? The film promises to be a fantastic story of an experiment with life. To bring back the dead. In a movie where the majority of the actors are now dead. Oh, and it's called The Woman Eater, in case you forgot. We're not going to show it to you in the trailer because, well, you're not going to see the movie anyway, so why even make a monster? And you can tell how much time's really changed over the next 10 years, because chicks now have motorcycles, like in Hellcats.
You've seen the guys. Now, here are the cycle-mad mamas who ride with them.
They say over a shot containing mostly men riding the motorcycles.
Slugging, scratching, clawing. Are they girls or devils?
I believe the appropriate term is bitches. Unlike in The Woman Eater, at least this trailer tells us who the Hellcats are.
This is Sheila.
Hi, Sheila.
Candy. Violent. Vicious.
And terrible at fight choreography. There's also Cock Puncher and Rickshaw.
And D. Gone. Just gone.
You maybe want to stop promoting the movie for a second because I'm pretty sure D is about to get raped. This is a world where the men have to prove themselves by reenacting a scene from The Hitcher.
Trip out.
I don't feel so good.
Crash out.
You heard it, folks. The Hellcats will make you die in a fiery crash before you even make it to the theater. Come see the reason why deodorant, douches, and Febreze were created, starring Ross Hagen, seen absolutely nowhere in this trailer. That movie looks really good. I sure hope there's videos somewhere of people who are much funnier than me riffing it. But obviously the problem with the Hellcats is that they didn't finish college, seen here in College Girls, where they spend class time thinking about masturbation. The trailer has plenty of tits in it, because when the ladies have a college degree, we can feel smarter about jerking off to them.
What's with them guys? Kicks.
This is the best Kick cereal commercial I've ever seen. Eat our cereal and College Girls will fuck you so hard, your dick will get its associates before you do. It does contain one thing the Hellcats doesn't, a shower.
Wow, Augustburg.
Don't worry about that guy. He wanted to go to college, but accidentally ended up at a bathhouse. But he seems perfectly okay with this decision. Sex in the 60s was never better than when being watched by one of Largo's girls from Thunderball. So far, this is the longest trailer at 4.5 minutes, but would you want to edit out all this action? You gotta give credit to the 60s. It was nice of them to invent YouPorn.com. The togas certainly seem appropriate for a college film, but I don't know about the fact that the frat here is made up of mostly 45-year-old men. As for the sex scenes, hey, these are someone's grandparents now. How hot is that? Grandma, tell us about the 60s. Okay, smell my finger.
However, one must keep in mind also that this form of student activity, while not only traditional, ultimately forms a behavior pattern that will stand the initiate in good stead in times of stress in future years.
I'm sorry, was there a lesson in there? Because it looked like you were lecturing me over shots of tits. Matthew, are you still watching this?
What can I say? I like tits.
I know, right?
Of course, all work and no play is not good either. So, occasionally the students break away from the tedium of study to relax.
But the second a black baby gets involved, this Wonder Bread party grows scandalous.
For the female student, there is always someone with a strong maternal drive to turn to in times of emotional stress.
Oh my God. What are you doing?
I'm trying to narrate this trailer by making the movie sound much smarter than it actually is. Plus, I'm going down on you.
College girls will be coming to this theater next.
Next? What do you mean next? I'm here in this theater to see Disney's That Darn Cat, damn it! Why the hell are you showing me a trailer about why I totally should have gone to college? If you come away from that trailer disappointed that the women didn't have a gross bodily function, then who the fuck are you? And you might like this next film, When Women Had Tails.
For the first time, you will learn all you ever wanted to know about cave women but were afraid to ask.
It's not that I'm afraid to ask, it's that I already had my questions answered by that fucking caveman TV series. Am I right, my maggers?
You will see Santa Burger as Philly, the prehistoric chick with a whale of a tail.
Unfortunately, we have to wait until James Cameron's Avatar to see anyone fuck it. Already, I'm taking notice of how wacky this movie is gonna be.
Our tale begins when Philly is trapped by 7 wacky cavemen.
Feels pretty good.
You know, at this point, the DVD should just be called 42nd Street Forever, Rape Shenanigans. We get to know our characters in this trailer too, because in a movie like When Women Had Tails, character is very important.
For the first time anywhere, you'll see Moloch. He makes gay lib look like a Sunday school picnic.
You're only saying that because you don't truly get Malik.
This is Gurr. Taking the far-sighted view, he was the first guy to own a piece of the rock.
Oh yeah? Well, did he invent death like this guy? I think not.
But you'll never forget the world's first love scene.
World's first? Really? Did you tell that to college girls? The movie where the only class was Reverse Cowgirl 101, taught by George Clitoris?
Get on top of me.
Okay.
Now piss on her face. That'll wipe the shit off. Oh, stupid camel! Now everyone's covered in shit. With character names like Ugg and Gurr, I'm finding it hard to believe that they speak perfect English.
Hear what Hooli has to say when he discovers that Santa Burger has the ultimate weapon.
Oh, nice little tail.
That's not a tail, but I'll give you $5 if you put it in your mouth. At this theater, you'll get half price if you show up with an unconscious woman over your shoulders. Don't worry, I got her from the orgy, where we all pop each other in the heads with bones. Also, no fucking shit. I'm starting to notice an ongoing theme with these trailers. Something tells me the tagline of this DVD shouldn't be sex, monsters, madmen, and machines, but chicks! Am I right, boys? Who's first to grab that ass? What's the next trailer? The Curious Female? Well, I didn't see that one coming. In between the tales and the orgies, what more is there to be curious about? Sheep? Or virginity?
My stupidity, Liana, but what's a virgin?
It's someone who's in the theater right now watching your movie.
Mr. Bixby, I'm looking for a virgin.
Is this implying that Bill Bixby sold virgins? Because that's very un-David Banner of him.
But this silly computer found not one, but 3.
Yeah, they were the 3 guys who made a computer to determine virginity.
And that's the story of The Curious Female.
What? You haven't told me anything yet. So it's about computers and virgins? I already saw that movie. It was Revenge of the Nerds, and they lost their virginity halfway through that movie. Are there even characters in this?
This is Susan, the teasing little bitch.
Sounds harsh, but that actually is her full name. But at least the movie makes marriage an important issue.
I love you, and I want to marry you. But I don't intend to go without sex for the next 8 months.
I'm just saying that asking me to go 8 months without you sucking bottle caps from my ass is more punishment than watching The Curious Female.
And no one knows what troubles virgins have.
Yeah, and the cast doesn't either, because it's constantly shots of them not being virgins, or throwing in a joke out of left field.
And look who runs the dating service, the fairy godmother of the gay deceivers, Michael Greer.
All of these sexploitation films and their glorification of straight men. It's a good thing that in 1970, no one had invented epilepsy yet. The twist is that if you have sex, you'll turn into a giant fucking cat. God, look at those schoolgirls. Bunch of delinquents.
Delinquent schoolgirls.
Shit! What are the odds? You can tell it's about delinquent schoolgirls because of the shots of men being tortured in prison.
Delinquent schoolgirls.
Says the movie that has yet to show us delinquent schoolgirls. Ooh, there they are. I feel naughty watching this. I hope this turns into an anime. Delinquent Schoolgirls is about 3 convicted felons who break into a school where everyone is already having sex. Because they're college girls, remember? Don't know what they're convicted of, but I'm guessing it's for impersonating Judd Hirsch, Jim Kelly, and Johnny from Airplane. Wait a minute, that is Johnny from Airplane! And that's the bad guy from Side Hackers. You know, also starring Ross Hagen, the guy who was totally not in the Hellcats trailer. What are these actors doing in a movie about rolling around in dog shit? Oh wait, it's a good old boy movie!
Oh, your hands are too soft. I'm sorry. You got my love in the palm of your hand.
The subplot has Burt Reynolds and Jerry Reed transporting copies of this film across state line before people stop giving a shit!
The Oxford Girls' School will never be the same.
Are you sure? Because it was already mostly about fucking before the felons even showed up. And you should really give Dolomite's title card back. Hey, how come we haven't seen cheerleaders yet? The next movie's about cheerleaders. It's the Pom Pom Girls, which starts out with no one holding pom-poms.
Some girls have it, and some girls don't.
And the answer will totally depend on what kind of movie this is. Only thing with more calories on this menu are the waitresses.
What would you like?
What you got?
Anything you want.
I want to make a delicious McRib out of season in the back of a windowless van. We are naughty! This was back when hazing was not only encouraged, but it had a long waiting list. This film comes with double D cup wackiness. The footage goes in fast motion, not the music, you idiot.
It's the craziest motion picture you've ever seen.
At least since Hellcats, that is. Seriously, has anyone bothered to check up on D? Property damage, oh, those Pom Pom Girls will do anything!
There is no way in hell that someone is going to walk into the firehouse and take up...
Wah, wah, wah. I didn't think those girls would steal a fire truck, but they went ahead and did it! Aw, shit! It's got bikes, mud, underage girls, and everything that was already in 50 of these trailers. Seriously, are there any other type of trailers on this disc?
Black Samson.
Oh, blaxploitation, you saved not only disco, but our exploitation film trailer DVDs.
His name is Samson. He's big with his cat, with mama, and with his stick.
Whoa, forget Black Samson, there's a fucking lion in the bar! We're all gonna die!
Black Samson. He's mean and clean and rules the scene.
Well, that's all the character development I need. He has no legal authority to be doing this, but he's got a fist, an afro, and subdued. That's better than a badge!
Black Samson can't be bought.
Which is why this movie is so cheap.
I want you to go home and tell your clients this neighborhood ain't for sale.
Black Samson takes no acting lessons.
Thinks he's a tough guy, that's all.
Maybe he's a tough guy.
Black Samson shoots his actors in completely different locations. And Black Samson has absolutely nothing to do with this. Wow, I have a total afro boner right now. I can't find it though because it's stuck in that giant afro. I'm gonna have to meet with Neil about this. I really hope the makers of this film never see Black Angus. Black Samson subtly blends into his backgrounds, and Black Samson is responsible for the mess created during the filming of Black Samson. Black Samson. Cutting down this man's locks will only make him stronger. And if you think that Black Samson and Black Dynamite don't contain enough crackers, well then that's why we got Dixie Dynamite, honkies!
Dixie Dynamite is here, starring Warren Oates.
I'm drunk, but I ain't crazy. I'm talking about them. What's going on around here?
Is Warren Oates playing Dixie Dynamite? Because I don't think he has the legs for it, or the vagina. Damn, it's like Easy Rider with twice the chafing. They even let Christopher George keep his wardrobe from Grizzly.
And now there's no stopping him.
Oh, what the hell? They just blew up a truck! These mamas belong in prison!
And Warren Oates, well, he just got stuck right in the middle of it.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's a tagline. That just sounds like a movie critic giving an excuse as to why Warren Oates is in this. And is Dixie Dynamite a person, or is it a way of life? Because this way of life is so trashy, Toby Keith's about to write a song about it. Look, Warren's even trying to get his restraints loose. He wants out of this.
So get in there and get your clothes on and get out here and get in this truck. I'm gonna set this damn bike on fire and me with it right here in your front yard. You got a match?
Well, they just gave Warren Oates a six-pack beer, put a camera on him, and waited for him to churn out deep-fried buttery gold. I think the only reason Merle Haggard isn't narrating this is because he's still talking about the Lone Ranger to an empty theater. Ooh, they really showed that anthill. Plus, they forgot to mention that this is in the tradition of Lethal Weapon 2.
Dixie Dynamite is a blast.
You know, if you combined it with the subtlety of Smokey Bites the Dust and a pack of Marlboros.
Music performed by Dwayne Eddy and the Mike Curb Congregation.
Dwayne Eddy, hot damn! I thought there was a lot of twanging up in this flick. If this movie impregnates you with its unprotected barrel of laughter, you'll be forced to take its hand in marriage with a Bible in one hand and a shotgun to the back of your head. Yeehaw! Now show me a fucking Western!
The Western. No other form of motion picture can match its power, its adventure, its drama.
That is until Michael Cimino comes along and kills it. Gotta admit, on this DVD with a title like Take a Hard Ride, I don't think the people who made this compilation knew that this was a Western.
20th Century Fox presents a film that rides with the great Westerns. Take a Hard Ride.
Oh no, more like in the tradition of Thomasine and Bushrob, only because they're both obscure references now. But it's got horses, a kind of maverick, and a giant hill, so my dad would probably like it.
Starring Jim Brown as Pike.
What, so Take a Hard Ride is a better title than Pike Unchained? I beg to differ. Featuring Lee Van Cleef as Napoleon.
As sly as a rattlesnake, and twice as deadly.
Well, that goes without saying. He's the master ninja. He punches snakes for not poisoning him enough. Haha, Fred Williamson. The hat comes off, but not the cigars. Never the cigars.
Jim Kelly as the half-breed. He never said much.
Well, that's not Jim Kelly's fault. That's the script's. Give him some more fucking lines.
An army of enemies. And only one thing to do.
Blow yourself up? This movie gets everything right about the Old West. All races and sexes working together to blow shit up and to make some fucking money. Because I don't know if this movie made back its budget at the box office. Yawn. Let's get back to some more cars, titties, and beer!
It's as powerful as a rocket, and as perfect as a diamond.
Too bad this movie turns out to be a cubic zirconia. It's Stingray, the movie about a guy constantly looking for an opportunity to say, keep an eye out for you, Stingray, only to be overshadowed by someone saying, yeah, see ya. These fucking thieves, they stole Fred Williamson's cigar case!
And the only thing hotter than their car is the package behind the seat.
It's like they're talking about dicks, but they're really talking about drugs.
They paid $3,000 for $1 million Stingray.
That's actually quite a profit there. No wonder these nuns want you dead. shit! Take that, Mike Curb congregation! Let's see you finish that Dixie Dynamite soundtrack now, you son of a bitch!
This is the story of the Eternal Rectangle.
Hey, will you watch where you're going?
And $1 million.
It's only $1 million if you can't count past 10,000, which is all that's in that briefcase. I see a lot of law breaking going on in this here film.
Hey, this is a one-way street.
And you blew a stop sign. Stingray, you're a loose cannon.
Does this mean I fail?
Yes. But the one thing that doesn't fail, Stingray theme song.
Got to get away, bought myself some trouble, there's a devil to pay. No, really gotta go, searching for some time, now to think I go. I can't get nowhere fast.
This is the best Chris Mitchum movie since those 5,000 others that also had him riding a motorcycle. Plus, it has a few other people in it, too.
And introducing Sandra Theodore.
Or Sandra Theodore's tits, at least, but who's counting? After spotlighting trailers from Warner Brothers, 20th Century Fox, and now Columbia with Skatetown USA, I've gone mainstream. I'm totally running out of ideas and must be picking these just to get hits. Yeah, that's totally how I operate. Shot in pedophile vision? No thank you.
Remember when roller skating was a lonely sport?
Ever been to a roller rink recently? All it is a lonely old man listening to Kid and Play on the speakers. It still is a lonely sport.
The skaters were discreet. The skates were obsolete.
I don't know if skates were ever obsolete. You still needed them to skate.
Well, times sure have changed.
Damn it, 1970s, you're right. Cocaine and disco fixes everything!
Welcome to Skatetown USA.
Considering we named the town this, I'm amazed it took us this long to build a skating rink.
In a celebration of love on wheels.
That is, after I took it up the ass in the back of my panel van. That's true love on wheels. This place is so Caucasian, even the afros are white. Patrick Swayze, what are you doing here? This is how the Russians and Cubans took over. You weren't paying attention. And are you auditioning for Gay Warriors? Somewhere disco godfather Rudy Ray Moore is telling people to put their weight on it, but they just ain't listening.
Skatetown USA. It's heaven on wheels.
If heaven's a roller disco, I know what the clouds are made of. So is that it? Is the trailer done yet? Oh, sorry. Gotta get the rest of the cast in here and milk some more of this soundtrack. Well, that does it for our look at 42nd Street Forever, The Deuce, and it's much better than 42nd Street Forever, The Piss. It's a good reminder of when we could pay to see a skin flick, but finish jerking off before the trailers were up. And if you're wondering why many trailers from the disc didn't get mentioned, or why I chose not to spotlight all of them, it's because I didn't want the episode to be 3 hours long, Josh!
The people